Valve plans to update its matchmaking system for CounterStrike 2. They want to make it more like the updated version of matchmaking for Dota 2, and I'm not sure that's a good thing. I'll explain more after a word from the sponsor of this video. Did you ever think that you can get skins just by playing CS? These and many other daily challenges are available at xplay.gg under challenges, absolutely free. And if you do it for 7 days in a row, get an extra bonus. But that's not all. Check out the Battle Pass tab, where you can complete tasks to get extra coins and skins from Valve, and also make your own custom skins for xplay.gg. With the Battle Pass, you can get more coins earned quicker, exclusive skins, xplay cases, more unique challenges, extra motivation, skip challenges, and real Valve skins. Then head on down to the store to withdraw skins. You can even exchange skins for your favorite skins in the store. And if that's not enough for you and you still want to get skins faster, get Premium. With Premium, you can get a guaranteed drop of any kind from the store and a system of drop skins for playing on our servers. You can also get 1.5 times more coins for completing challenges. Follow the link in the description below to receive 500 free coins. To do this, simply perform any 3 challenges. That's xplay.gg. Hey guys, and welcome to my channel, Time's But a Window. Today I'll be discussing the future of matchmaking ranks and how they will work in CounterStrike 2. But before I go into that, let's talk about how they work in CSGO. Now, as everyone knows, CounterStrike uses 18 different ranks, from Silver 1 up to Global Elite. Now, for this video, I'm not going to get into Danger Zone ranks, but those do exist as well. Now, as of right now, it is believed that CSGO uses the Glico 2 system. Now, I was thinking about going into detail to explain how this system works, but as you can see from the math here, that's not exactly easy. The best way to put it is it really compares the game outcomes and measures your volatility, not your performance. This means it doesn't matter if you drop 50 every game, if you lose most of the time, or if you're inconsistent at winning. A lot of people seem to think that player performance matters, but in truth, it really doesn't. It's about team performance. It's about wins. Now, I even have proof of this when I did my dual queued global series with my buddy Fawn. It didn't matter if one of us was performing poorly and one of us was performing out of this world, we would rank up at the exact same time or rank down at the exact same time, no matter what. Now, we did play every single game together on these accounts. Now, while this system seems like it would work great to compare the top teams against each other, matchmaking isn't exactly where top teams practice. Best case scenario, if you're playing matchmaking, you're most likely going to have a 5Q pug. Worst case scenario, you're solo queuing. And because of this, this becomes a terrible system for this type of gameplay. So why did Valve do it, you might ask? Well, remember, this is the competitive game mode. They originally did prioritize this for team play. The thing is, leagues like ESEA do this much better. I believe when they came up with this in the first place, they were thinking about how Dota 2 did it. Dota 2 used ELO, which resulted in a lot of clumping and people getting progressively lower and lower ranks. And it's because of this they decided to go with Glico instead for CSGO. Now, luckily for us, Valorant came out and used a system that was far more player skill dependent.
Oh my god.
Yes, that was Sub Rosa getting 3 rank ups up to Radiant off of a loss. Which brings us to what Valve is planning to do for CounterStrike 2. Now, the leak from Richard Lewis reads, the game is also set to include a much improved matchmaking system with features that it is hoped would make the need for third-party pugging services unnecessary. Notice how it references pugging and not league play. Currently, the community has had to suffer from uneven matchmaking and long times between rank ups. Most who want an experience more closely aligned with that of competitive players are typically advised to sign up for third-party services such as Faceit. These features will be an ongoing work in progress, but the beta will launch with similar matchmaking features that are available in the current version of CSGO. So obviously from this, matchmaking is going to stay exactly the same at launch for CS2, but it will be changing in time. But how will it be changing? And to find out about that, we're going to have to take a look at Dota 2, which just so happened it had its rank system revised recently. And here's what it says. Let's be honest, there are 8 billion people on the planet and 99.99% of them are terrible at Dota. This means matchmaking can be a challenge, especially if you're good at Dota and like playing with people who are almost but hopefully not quite as good at Dota as you are. We've done a bunch of work and a bunch of math to improve the quality of our matchmaking across the board for players of all skill levels. Matchmaking with confidence. Matchmaking rating MMR is really just made of two numbers, rank and rank confidence. Your rank is an estimate of your skill, and your rank confidence is our confidence in that estimate. When you play a match, we adjust your rank based on whether you win or lose. Your rank confidence also goes up, because now we have more data. Hey, wait a second, what system does that sound like currently? Skipping down, we're going to move to new and improved clumping. To address this, we're switching to a different algorithm called Glicko, which should let you quickly and accurately get matched with other players of the same skill level. On the math side, Glicko lets us better factor a player's rank confidence into our calculations, resulting in more accurate decisions about rank gains and losses. The switch to our new matchmaking system will feel a little like the start of a new matchmaking season. All players will be placed back into a short calibration mode, initially seeded by their previous rank. Calibration is no longer a fixed number of matches. Instead, a player is considered calibrated whenever their rank confidence is above a certain threshold. Upon calibration, it is likely that you will end up with a different medal than you had before. However, even if your medal changes significantly, you should expect to be matched with players of a similar skill level. Matches will no longer have fixed MMR gain-loss. It will be varied based upon a number of factors, including the ranks and rank confidence of the participants. However, we will cap the gain and loss per match to prevent particular negative outcomes. A player's rank confidence will slowly lower over time if the player does not play matches. So what it sounds like is that this system is moving more towards like the current matchmaking system from CounterStrike Global Offensive, with one major exception, and that is that rank confidence will slowly lower over time. Now, this is very different than the current system. In the current system, while your rank can deteriorate if you let it expire, if you just hold off and wait to play, it's actually a quicker way to rank up. For example, after the most recent rank reshift, I ended up just playing once a week on a couple of my accounts and would rank up once every time I would play on those accounts. Granted, I was winning every match, but it was still a lot easier than on my main account where I decided to just grind it all the way out, ranking up 3 times by playing about 15 matches. But while this should encourage players to play more consistently, it still sounds like this system is going to be based upon wins and losses rather than your own individual skill. So how exactly is this going to be an improvement? Well, personally, I don't think it will be. I think this is just a ploy to get people to play more frequently. But that doesn't mean there won't be any improvements at all. For one, Dota 2 does show your MMR, so at least you should be able to see how far you are from ranking up or ranking down if that's the case. And as of right now, it's believed that with the new system, they're going to force it so that you play Premier Mode once you hit Global. I believe this is to prevent people from being one-map wonders like Office Pros and of course that one YouTuber that's known for picking mid on Dust 2. But in all honesty, this is actually a pretty good idea, because at the global level, there's so few people queuing up that if they're queuing different maps, there's a good chance they're going to have to force them to play against lower ranks. But if they're all playing the same map, also known as Premier Mode, then it's going to have a far larger pool of players to pick from. And that would be great, but Valve might take it one step farther, and that's not necessarily a good thing. Here, let's look at how they're doing Immortal Matchmaking so you understand why I'm saying that. Immortal Matchmaking. At Immortal rank, knowing other players, gelling with them, and choosing a nice balance of roles is more important than just MMR. So we've redesigned matchmaking at the Immortal level to account for that. Matches in the Immortal ranks won't use pre-made teams anymore. What? Instead, 2 captains will get to draft the other 8 players onto each team, making your team more impactful than if you just relied on MMR to assign lineups. Well, I guess that's also going to mean there's more players to play since you won't have pre-made teams. But as someone that likes to queue up with friends, I'm going to have to say that I'd probably rather go play Face It where I can queue up with them. This would just absolutely ruin the global experience for me. So I guess we're just going to have to wait and see how far Valve decides to take this in Counter-Strike 2. But let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Do you like this idea for an updated system? Why or why not? And as always, have a great day.